The CBS All Access series Tell Me a Story takes some of the world's most beloved fables and reimagines them as a dark and twisted psychological thriller. In season 1, the show focused on the 3 little pigs, Little Red Riding Hood and Hansel and Gretel. Now the series is reinterpreting the stories of 3 legendary princesses, including Beauty and the Beast, Sleeping Beauty, and Cinderella. Take a look.
You're not here to be a friend. You're here to protect her. I understand that. Do you?
Walk away before you do something that you will regret.
What kind of game is this?
We have a home invasion, and I need all available units now.
I thought this was a love story.
It's a tragic love story.
Earlier today, Anne-Marie spoke with one of the actors on the show, Paul Wesley. He portrays struggling writer Tucker Reed.
Okay, so season 2.
Yes.
How does it feel to be back, but you're back as a different character?
Yeah. So it's really good. I was sort of unexpected. I was not anticipating coming back for season 2. It's an anthology show. Every season's different actors, different storylines. Yeah, fortunately, the creator of the show pitched me this character, and I was really interested in playing the bad guy.
So then how is Tucker different than Eddie?
Eddie is sort of a disaster on the outside. He's a mess. You look at the guy and you're like, this guy's a mess. I mean, he's got like tattoos everywhere. He's always drunk, whatever. Tucker, on the other hand, is sort of the antithesis in that he is really well put together. He has a beautiful fiance. He has a great career. But deep down inside, there's this darkness.
Just a little trouble.
A little bit of trouble.
That's who the girls like. What can I say?
Yeah. I don't know about this. I don't know if they like this one. This guy's quite twisted. So. Yeah.
Okay, so Tucker Reed is engaged.
Yes.
But his fiance can sense that there's something definitely wrong with him.
Right.
Let's play a little bit of that.
Sure.
We're not connecting the way we used to. Do you feel that?
Honey, relationships are an ocean, right? The waves go up and down.
Wow, deflection by way of bad analogy. That's cool. I'm being serious. What's going on? Just talk to me. Talk to me.
Was it difficult for him to come out and sort of talk about his struggles?
Yeah, I mean, I think people have different ways of coping with things. We all know that, right, from our own, doings. I think this is an extreme example of someone not being able to cope with the pressure in his life and trauma from his childhood. And we all have that, right? We all have trauma. And I think the trauma from his childhood manifests in an extremely, horrific way that is TBD. You guys will see if you tune in, but I can't reveal that quite yet. Yeah.
I'm always worried that I'm creating some sort of trauma in my child's life that will eventually
I
end
know,
up as,
and we do the best we can, but it's true. It's like those formative years.
Yes.
What do they say the age?
I think it's like 0 to 4 or something,
right? Is it
right?
0 to 4? Okay, yeah. That is like such a temperamental time.
Yeah.
It's like as a parent, you're just like, I mean, I don't have kids, but I would imagine it's like,
so
oh my God.
Does his trauma start early?
It does. It happened. Something happened in his childhood, and we flash back to what happened to him as a kid, and he feels a responsibility and a guilt for something that happened. So it's interesting because it's a horror show, but there's a deep psychological element rooted in truth, and I think it's somewhat relatable.
Yeah, that guilt, it'll always eat away at you.
Right. Correct.
So you're working with Daniel Campbell.
Yes.
What's it like to be working with Campbell and Kevin Williamson?
Yeah, they're my peeps from back in the day on the Vampire Diaries. So she was on the spin-off, and Kevin of course created the show, and it's cool. I mean, this is so the opposite of the supernatural vampire show I did for so many years. It's grounded in reality, even though it's an extreme thing. But it's nice. I have a rapport and a relationship with these people. And they're very kind, so that's all you can really ask for, It's like nice coworkers.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can appreciate that.
But of course, yeah. All right, so season 2 compared to season 1. So if you were a big fan of season 1, I know things get changed up a bit in season 2. Are you still going to enjoy season 2?
I certainly hope so. It's if season 1 felt tame, which I hope it didn't, but if it did, then this is going to be much darker, and it gets right into it. You know, like, well, kind of, but like by episode 2, you really understand the archetype and who's who, and season 1 was a little slower.
Yeah, but it sort of had a dark edge too.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You can stream season 2 of Tell Me a Story exclusively on CBS All Access starting this Thursday, December 5th.